All right, peace and blessings. Shalom. Kahalo Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakahakradash. Shalom and salutations and double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, where I continue to learn this 100% truth from. Shalom also to the elder bishops who will also listen and continue to learn this 100% truth from of Great Millstone. Shalom too, also the elders and the prophets, the teachers and evangelists of Great Millstone. Yahabashin Yahshua Barakatham, the water to all of you men for your sacrifices. Shalom, also, last but not least, to the speckled bird, the confused face, the Akim and Akwa, the Akim on the highways and byways, and last but not least, the elect. And I'm back again with another video. Pray that you be edified with it, and I'm going to name it, The Time is Here Where All Shall Be Revealed. Because we are close and even closer to Yahweh Shai coming back. We are even more closer to these last prophecies coming into play. And in these last prophecies, the major ones are the MOTB, which is coming real soon, sooner than you think. They're pushing for it, and they're going to make it real. They're going to make it super public, if that's a word. This year they have to, because Revelation 12 and 12 is coming also into play, or has come into play. Not coming into play, has come into play. So there's definitely something there. And also the WW3. We're in the midst of that. Where Yahweh Shai, he said it in Matthew, when there's wars and rumors of wars. We're in that time. And that was over 2,000 years ago that he prophesied about that. And also, we're in the time of Second Ezra, where there's going to be chapter 13, 14, 15, but sedition among men, civil war, martial law, class war, race war, all these different wars also, go back to what Yahweh Shai has said. So, we're closer, and you have to thank Yahweh and Yahweh Shai for this, because the closer we're getting means salvation, and also rulership comes into play for the Israelites. Yes, it will start with the elect, the first fruit, but all Israel will be saved, roughly paraphrasing. And that's going to put us in a position where we're going to be in a better position, and we're going to have angelical bodies, spiritual power, all these great, beautiful things we're going to be blessed with. And to ice it off, we're going to have the Edomites, starting with the Edomites, along with the other nations as servants to us. Can't put it no plainer than that. You will be servants to us. You want to be raw and break it down, we'll be slaves to us. And that's all nations. That's not some of the nations, or some of the nations out of the nations, some of the people out of the nations. And that's all the nations. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. There's no way of getting around it. For those who like to flip and twist the scriptures, Yahweh Shai is going to see y'all as well. That's also scriptural. So with that, let's get some scriptures. Let's go with let's start with 1 John. Start at 27. And it reads, 1 John 2 and 27. But the anointing which ye have received of him abideth in you, and you need not that any man teach you, but as the same anointed teacheth you of all things, and is true, and is no lie, and even as it hath taught you, ye shall abide in him. And now, little children, abide in him. And now, little children, abide in him, that when he shall appear, we may have confidence and not be ashamed before him at his coming. If ye know that he is righteous, ye know that everyone that doeth righteousness is born of him. And who is that? We are the living children. Salaki, we are the children of the living power, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And he is, how should I say it? He is purging us as fire would do to gold, preparing us for the time when Yahweh Shai come, that we may not be ashamed, and we will be accepted, that we could get those new bodies, and be hopefully being part of the hopeful elect, get those new bodies, and have, and with the new covenant as well, because again, all Israel will be saved. Let me see. Romans. I'm touching on some scriptures that I probably never touched on before, so it's just a blessing. I try to cover as much as I can with the little time that I have, but to not fret, because the elder apostles on down of GMS have covered it all for 100% truth, for everything that you need to know. The basic instructions before leaving Earth, right? Romans 10 and 14, and it reads, "How then shall they call on him in whom they have not believed? And how shall they believe in him of whom they have not heard? And how shall they hear without a preacher?" So how, I read it in the NLT, but how are you going to understand and know about Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai? And how are you going to be able to call on him if a teacher from Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai is not teaching and showing you this 100% truth? The time is here, I'm saying, that everything is going to be revealed. Whether you choose to listen is your problem. But the elder apostles of Great Millstone on down, that was sent by Yahweh Shai, have taught this via internet for everyone to learn and understand. It has reached the four corners, and it has ignited the elect, the hopeful elect. And we're just waiting on these final to pass, so we can get up out of here, man. It's time to go. It's time to go. I said I would read it in the NLT. Romans 10 and 14. "But how can they call on him to save them unless they believe in him?" You gotta, and the scriptures, roughly paraphrasing, you have to believe on him as the scriptures have said. So when you are out here and you're calling Yahweh Shai by another name, or you're calling Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai by another name, and you've been told or taught the right way, you refuse to do it. We know some camps like that. The Lord gonna see you, man. The scriptures are here straight up and plain, man. You know what I'm saying? There's no gimmicks that you should be adding and subtracting to the scriptures. You read it as it is, and you teach it as it's supposed to be. It's the truth. There's no reason for you to make some alterations, if I'm saying that right, to the scriptures. They've been here. The scriptures are here for our learning, not for you to alter it and flip it that it addresses a certain type of audience that you're trying to reach. Therefore, you can manipulate them and confuse everybody. That's wicked, man. See, I got excited. I didn't even finish the verse. But how can they call on him to save them unless they believe in him? And how can they believe in him if they have never heard about him? And how can they hear about him unless someone tells them? So, you gotta pray to Yahweh Shem Shah that you are with the right people, because there's a lot of false prophets, there's a lot of false teachers, a lot of wicked men out here, who are trying to use the scriptures to we got some who can want to use it to confuse others, because they know that it's not about them, and they know what their future is going to be. And then we got some who use it to manipulate others so that they can live a certain lifestyle, and manipulate, and they're ready. They're breaking laws by you how should I say, like, you're teaching your brother and your sister to be a slave to your doctrine instead of freeing their mind with this doctrine Shalakia, that Yahweh Shai has given to us, to all of Israel. And you're using it to make money. You're hustling with it, and you're also using it to make these people slaves to you, so that everything you say they believe, and they do what you tell them to do. And you're telling them all wicked and wrong things, and they follow you. Yahweh Shai is going to see you for that. This is Acts 8:26. And the angel of the Lord spake unto Philip, saying, Arise, and go toward the south unto the way that goeth down from Jerusalem unto Gaza, which is desert. And he arose and went, and behold, a man of Ethiopia, and a eunuch of great authority under Candace, queen of the Ethiopians, who had the charge of all her treasure, and had come to Jerusalem to worship, was returning and sitting in his chariot. And Esaias the prophet, then the Spirit said unto Philip, Go near and join thyself to this chariot. And Philip ran thither to him, and heard him read in the prophet Esaias, and said, Understandest thou what thou readest? And he said, How can I, except some man should guide me? And desired Philip that he would come up and sit with him. So you're hearing all of these different teachers claiming that they have the truth, or because they don't have the 100% truth, right? So you're hearing all of these teachers, or these speakers, or these wicked men who come out and tell you that they have the truth, and all they're doing is just lying to you and confusing you. And they're confused in their mind, because you got some men that they're not trying to hustle, but they're also confused about the scriptures, because they in any and every book, when they should just need to just stick to the scriptures, man, and teach that. You want to do research, or study about specific books or specific people in the scriptures. That's one thing, but to expanding out to different books, and this book was this book goes with that book, and it's a lot of confusion, man. Just stay the way of what you had to learn something in order to teach what you're teaching, but you took what you learned and you decided to modify it. You know what I'm saying? And the scriptures are not meant or or put here for us to modify them. We're just here to teach the truth, and that's it. Strict orders, strict charge to just go out and teach the truth. Learn the truth, teach the truth. Don't add this, Don't flip that. Don't be like, oh yeah, and then Jasper and oh there's a book in Enoch and Enoch was this and digging out and Enoch said this and oh that Enoch said that and he predicted and you ain't got to do all of those. That's confusion. Just let Yahweh while Yahweh Shai and while the Holy Spirit enter into you and let them do their job in you for you to do your job, for you to do your job that you are instructed to do instead of going around trying to make a name for yourself. Because you got some cats, they want to be famous and popular, That's a lot of that too. And this is not for that, man. This is not for that. Hebrews 5:12. For the time ye ought to be teachers, ye have need that one teach you again, which be the first principles of the oracles of the Most High, and are become such as have need of milk, and not of strong meat. And this is how we all have to come into this truth. You have to be reborn again, number one, like Yahweh Shai told Cornelius. And you have to be reborn of the mind. So all the things that you learned, you have to get rid of. And you have to start from the beginning like a newborn baby, mentally. And you have to learn how to talk and walk and conduct yourself in the proper form of representing Yahweh while Yahweh Shai. And a lot of you cats took certain things and you ran with it. And you perverted the scriptures to make it seem as if you are very important to the Most High, that you are the mediator, not Yahweh Shai, to the people. And you, hip-hop form, you're fronting. Stop fronting. You know what I'm saying? But the Most High, again, as I say, He gonna see you for that. You decided to take the scriptures and flip it. Verse 13. For everyone that useth milk is unskillful in the word of righteousness, for he is a babe. But strong meat belongeth to them that are full of age, even those who by reason of use have their senses exercised to discern both good and evil. And this is what you're doing to the people. You are confusing them because they are newborn babes, and you are teaching them wrong. Study long to study wrong. And you're teaching them to be confused. So then when they become of age in this, and they think that they supposed to be teaching, or they teaching wrong, and they're confusing even more of our people. So this is what we got right now. This is why Israel is not to unify in this time around, because there's too many wicked doctrines out there that's confusing our people. And Yahweh and Yahushua is not having that. It's only one truth and one body. And if you're not teaching the right way, then the Most High is definitely not dealing with you at all. You can front and say what you say, but I'm gonna tell you like this right now. I'm no master at this. I'm still a babe in this. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, that I have the understanding that I do have. And I try to utilize it as much as possible, thanking the Lord for everything that He's given to me and shown to me. Because I could be asleep like a lot of our Israelites people are today, whether they know whether they know they're Israelites or not. So I know for a fact that of anything that I know, that I am blessed with this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding to teach what I do know and teach it the right way. And if the Lord allows me to know more, then that more will I continue to teach. But it's going to be the 100% truth of the doctrine that the men of great millstone, starting from elder apostle to Har on down, teaches. And I will never deviate, Abarakazah, from what I have begun to learn, because I was able to discern through the spirit of Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, who is and who is not. All right? 1 Thessalonians 2 and 13. I passed it. And it reads, for this cause also we thank the Most High without ceasing, because when ye received the word of the Most High, which ye heard of us, ye received it not as the word of men, but as it is in the truth, the word of the Most High, which effectually worketh also in you that believe. I might not be able to finish all of this. I had some scriptures, but I'm trying to get through it, and that's because I'm just being truthful about this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, and what it means to me, what it means to other men who take it very sincere and very truthful. As Elder Apostle Gabar says, a lot of y'all do not know what y'all involved in. I mean, honestly, lately, I think that everybody that I, have dealings with or know, or, maybe work or something like that, I think they all agents. So I'm never comfortable with anybody or any situation. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm always like, well, damn, I don't know, like maybe, I mean, I ain't nobody important at all. Trust me, I'm nothing. But, I just know that, that this devil is really about to get ready to come down on all of Yahweh Basha and Yahweh Shah's men. And, I pray that I be part of one of those hopeful elect men. And, Esau was watching and listening to everybody, you know what I'm saying? And, I've done some videos where, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm telling this devil in my videos, you going into slavery, we see who you are, you don't fool us. And, you know what I mean? I'm telling them what it is in the scriptures, but what I've learned from the elder apostles on down. So, you know what I'm saying? I think everybody is like, I don't trust nobody. I deal with a person accordingly on how they deal with me. You know what I mean? I be peaceful to people. Work with everybody. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I'm shit. I don't get who you are. And shit, you new face. You probably part of the government. I don't know. I don't trust nobody. 1 second. I'll rock the Zah. I'll be right back. I'll rock the Zah. I'll rock the Zah. All right. Let me see. Go to 2 Timothy real quick. 2 Timothy, what's that, 4? 2 Timothy 4 and 3. And it reads, for the time will come when they will endure sound doctrine, but after their own lust shall they heap to themselves teachers having itching ears, and they shall turn away their ears from the truth and shall be turned into fables. That's what this is what the Egyptians taught the Greeks, and the Greeks followed and integrated into the Romans, and the Romans took what they got from the Greeks, which they got from the Romans, and then as time went on and passed on down to now, this is where we get the fables and the fairy tales from, and all the gods and all the fake false gods and all that ish come from the Hamites. You know what I'm saying? Because they understood, you know what I mean, there's only one power, and he's the power of Israel. So they had to develop all types of different, gods to feed their spiritual energy that, they was trying to build up. You know what I mean? And this is why they understood too in the spirit that you know, there's a jealousy of all the nations towards Israel because they're not blessed, nor do they have the power of all powers, Yahweh or Yahweh Shai, on their side, on their corner, on their, you know what I'm saying, that's backing them. Let me see. I'm gonna get ready to shut it down because I got to get ready to go. But I'm praying that you was edified with the scriptures that I did bring out, and I'm gonna get a couple more real quick. This is 1 Corinthians 3:12. Now, if any man build upon this foundation gold, silver, precious stones, wood, hay, and stubble, every man's work shall be made manifest, for the day shall declare it, because it shall be revealed by fire, and the fire shall try every man's work of what sort it is. If any man's work abide which he hath built thereupon, he shall receive a reward. Beautiful. Beautiful. Everything that you need to understand and know is in the scriptures, man. Everything. All right, I'm going to leave off with this right here. This is Second Thessalonians 2:8. Yeah. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, which is his prophets, his teachers, his elder apostles, not in that order, and shall destroy with the righteousness of his coming, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. So I will work this out. You're edified with the lesson, man. I'm gonna say, Call Halor Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakak Radah Shalom, and salutations again in double honors to the beloved elder apostles of Great Millstone on down, and Shalom to the elect, Abba Babal. And like my teacher says, we got next. Shalom.